Hello guys, welcome to this POV drive review of driving the Honda City in rain and basically wet roads. So right now I'm just getting on an expressway and it's raining. No, it's not raining heavily, it's just raining a bit. So I'll be maintaining my speed at 80, which is the speed limit here. So here the road is quite slippery, as you can see, as you can tell from the reflection, and it doesn't feel that different from normal driving. I'd probably driven through this road like 200-300 times, and yeah, it doesn't feel any different. And the road is just terrible here. In case you're wondering, this is the Belghoria Expressway in Kolkata, West Bengal, and yeah, it's not always like this, but yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, I hit a huge pothole there, but it didn't shake me that much. I had to do that to avoid those people there. I didn't want to splash them. So yeah, it's comfortable. It doesn't really affect you that much while you're sitting inside, as you know, that bouncy suspension does have its benefits. The disadvantages. If you watch my previous videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. But in city driving, this suspension is just amazing. It feels so blissful to drive this car. Like when you're on the highway driving at 150, it's so nice, it's so smooth. If you hit potholes, it will just glide over it. Basically the wheels don't get enough time to go down and hit the bottom of the wheels don't get time to hit the bottom of the pothole, so you're quite okay. And when you're cruising at like 50, 60, you won't feel the potholes. But in my previous Jetta, which had that stiff suspension, I used to feel those potholes like crazy. It used to hit so hard, but it didn't move me around like this car does in low speeds. Okay, so now about the rain. Okay, I was getting off track, sorry about that. Yeah, there's a curve coming up ahead, taking it at 80. Fine. Okay, traction control is on, by the way. This curve at 80, no problem, completely fine. So yeah, if you're most of you all won't be driving at like 120, 30, and you will be maintaining this speed at 80, 90. And even if it's raining very heavily, you won't really notice that much of a difference. I was driving it in rain last day. That was in a highway, and I was driving at around 110, and it was same. Like you won't notice a bit of difference while driving in rain. The tires may be small, but the grip is still there. Okay, this corner coming up ahead at 90, cruise control is enabled, so no problem yet. So okay, so yeah, there's a speed limit here now. Okay, it used to be 80 before. For that stretch it was 80. Now it's 40, but it's an expressway. Anyway, so the wipers, they're terrible actually. They are the OEM wipers, but I don't know, they just leave a lot of smudge marks on the glass. Sorry about that. Yeah, I did complain to Honda about this, but they say that it's normal and every car has that same thing. But I don't believe them, so they told me to bring the car again and they'll check it once more. So I'm going to do it next week. And yeah, I'm just really very disappointed with the wipers. Like most of the time you won't be able to see anything on the windscreen because of all that smudge marks. Right now it's at the max speed. There are 2 speed settings, just 3 settings. Okay, so the first one is for the mist. So if you do it once, it will move slowly. If you do it once, it will go slowly. But if you keep holding it, it will move at the 2x speed. And next one, you can adjust the time interval at when the wipers will work. There's a slider here for adjusting that. This being the lowest, I think it's after like 5 seconds, and this will be like very quick. And then it's standard. There's a normal speed and then the 2x speed. Yeah, so I don't know if this issue is with every car, but this car seems to have it, and it just feels really bad to drive like this. If Honda doesn't acknowledge that issue and replace the wipers, then I'll have to resort to some aftermarket wipers. Installing aero wipers or the frameless wipers would be a much better option. Okay, the sunroof is open right now. I mean, the shade is open right now, and it brings up a lot of noise. So if I close it, it becomes a bit silent, and the noise of the water drops basically. So if you keep the shade open, you'll hear a bit of it, and if you don't, then you'll hear it from here. So I usually keep it open because it gives the interior and open and airy feeling. Sorry for this cut, but here's a roundabout. So that was in wet road. It handled without any problem, and that was at, I guess, 37 kilometers per hour. Back to the video. So overall, I don't really have much to say about the rain driving experience. It's amazing, no complaints. It just feels that you're driving normally, except also, in case you're wondering, do the windows and mirrors fog up? Yeah, if you're not careful, the windows will fog up, but you can easily there are defoggers for that, so one on the rear, one on the front. And also try to keep the temperature a bit high to prevent the fogging. If you drive at the low 18 or whatever it is, what is it, yeah, so if you drive at 18 degrees or the low setting, then your windows will fog up. And just drive at a higher, just keep the air conditioner at a higher temperature to prevent that. So I keep it at 27, and I keep adjusting it depending on how hot or cold it is. And what about the window visibilities? I mean, the mirror visibilities, all good. If it's raining heavily, then you may notice a bit of big droplets on it, but it's no big deal. You won't face any problems. Like, I was driving it on the highway yesterday, and it was all good, no problems. You won't face any problems, that's what I have to say. And the rear window visibility is also great while it's raining. The water droplets don't really settle too much on the window, so you're all good. And the only problem is with the windscreen. It's not the windscreen, it's the wipers they provided. I don't know if I received the faulty wipers, but if you have a similar problem, please do let me know in the comments. And I just wanted to add this one little thing. I'm getting a mileage of 16 kilometers per liter right now. Yeah, the pothole situation in Kolkata is really bad right now. I guess it's better than most of the cities, but still it's horrible in these situations, in these rainy weathers. It has been raining a lot this year in Kolkata. Like, I probably didn't experience summer that much. And there's not really much to talk about when the experience is the same as driving in dry weather. And with ESC off, it's the same thing. Like, ESC only comes into action when you lose control, and you won't lose control even at like 110. That's up to your driving, of course. If you are not experienced, you may lose control at even 80-90 kilometers per hour. Don't think that you will not lose control because I'm saying so. You may lose control if you don't know what you're doing at that situation. There can be situations where you have to avoid a certain thing, but lane changing quickly at 100, even in rain, is still the same as changing a lane in dry weather. Up to 100, I can say that the driving experience is same as driving in dry. So thank you for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one, and I'll let the rest of the video just play, and you can just see the driving without me talking over it. Thank you, guys. See ya.